about the umpire stuff.
Center fielder. Ow!
Welcome to the 2024 Dixie World Series, hosted here in beautiful Prince George, Virginia. This will be our second game of the afternoon. We'd like to introduce first, starting with North Carolina.
Where North Carolina versus South Carolina. The North versus the South will take place in the 2024 Dixie Softball World Series in bracket number 2. This is the second game of today. Earlier today, Alabama faced off against Louisiana and beat them 11-3. Now South Carolina versus North Carolina, where South will be home, North will be away. So North Carolina's team is headed up by Coach Dustin Moorhead. And the lineup batting order will be number 22, Addie Carpenter. She will be playing second base. Number 4, Lily Johnson, who will be playing right field. Number 5, Maddie Perigo. She is one of the alternates. 00, Marissa Kaiser. She'll be playing the catcher. Addie Moorhead, number 11, will be the pitching today. Number 19, Zoe Culberson is one of the alternates. 7, Oakley Herring. Number 7, she is first baseman. Number 6, Avery Price playing left field. 18, Blair Culberson playing shortstop. Number 10, Emmy Rushing will be playing center field. Number 9, Bree Bates will be second base. And number 3, Jalen Motley is an alternate. Everybody bats, and if there's any changes to be made, they will be made by the coach at the request of the coach to the umpire. South Carolina lineup will be number 7, Carolina Gainey. She's at position number 1. Number 3, Carolina Gainey is the first one, and she's number 7. So you're going to have to pay attention here. Carolina Gainey and Kaylee Gainey obviously are sisters. So number 7 is Carolina. She'll be at first. And number 3, Kaylee, will be at second. 0-0, Tori Smith will be pitching. Number 30, Sarah Jennings, will be playing center field. Number 1, Emmeline Cooper will be playing shortstop. Number 2, Jenna Cook will be playing third. Number 22, Emily Lampert is playing left field. Number 8, Chloe Skipper is playing catcher. Number 44, Ellie Bydrick, or Burdick. Let me get that right. B-Y-R-D-I-C, Burdick, is playing right field. Number 36, Emily Barnes is a substitute. Number 6, Bailey Lampert, who's probably a sister to Emily Lampert. She is a substitute. And 11, Kylie Thomas. My lips aren't working right now. 11, Kylie Thomas is a substitute. The coaches is Wade Cook, Trey Burdick, and Nick Skipper. As the coaches shake hands and they get together at the home plate to wish each other luck, to be honestly, not really. Everybody wants to win, believe me. Nobody wants to get hurt, so let's just pray on that. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody enjoys themselves. And we're going to be starting here very shortly, where South Carolina takes the field first. They are the home team, and North Carolina will be batting. They are the away team. And again, this is the second game of today's brackets. Alabama, Louisiana already faced off. Alabama won the first game. Florida and Virginia will be playing at roughly 2 o'clock, and Prince George and Tennessee will start at 4 roughly. But South Carolina and North Carolina, the battle of the North and South, will be taken care of today. Who will win, who will lose, we don't know. That's the great thing about ball games, because nobody knows what will happen during the course of the 7 innings that they play. I just enjoy watching. It's just a great game. Anything can happen. A million combinations of things can happen, and then still some more. So let's hope everybody gets out of here healthy. Win or lose, let's just have fun. Okay, looks like South Carolina is ready to take on North Carolina. Addie Carpenter is getting ready to get to the plate, getting her hands all dirty. See, it's the best thing about softball and baseball. You get to play dirty and nobody yells at you. So Addie Carpenter is stepping into the box. I'm going to switch the camera feed here so this way you can see from the outfield. And the pitch is a ball. Tori Smith is your pitcher. Count is 1-0 here in the top of the first. Addie Carpenter lays down a bunt. It looks like a close play. She is out, though. Third baseman from South Carolina, number Jenna Cook, took the ball and threw it over to the first baseman, Carolina Gainey. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correct, Carolina. It's not Carolina because it's just the way it's spelled. It's K-A-R-A-L. So Carolina, or it could be Carolina, so either way. But last name's Gainey, can't mess that one up. Here's Lily Johnson, number 4. She is the right fielder for North Carolina. She swung, and now the count is 0-1. There's a foul ball off down the left side. Count is 1-1 with the ball being outside. And the pitch. That's popped up. Second baseman Callie Gainey, or Callie Gainey, is the sister to Carolina Gainey. Gets the call for that, so that's a pop-up. All right, Paringo is now up. Maddie Paringo. And the first pitch is driven into left field, falls in for a base hit, and left fielder Avery Price throws the ball back into the infield. So we have Maddie on first with Marissa Kaiser coming up to the plate, batting right. Number 00. Always look like it always seems like they're looking through binoculars when you have 00 on the back of the jersey. Tori Smith delivers, and it's outside. It's ball one. Kaiser steps back into the plate and gets ready for it. Drives it right past Cooper. Oh, boy. Tori Smith. Sorry about that. Tori Smith. It just missed her by inches. And that pushes Perigo up to second base. Kaiser's on first base with 2 outs in the top of the first. So North Carolina has, after the first 2 batters were not able to get on base, the third and fourth were able to get there and now are at second and first. Addie Moorhead now is at the plate. She is the pitcher for North Carolina. She bats right, number 11. Tori Smith brings it in low. Ball one. Tori Smith delivers. The ball is driven down left field out of bounds. Count is 1-1. Addie Moorhead steps back into the plate, waiting for the pitch from Tori Smith as strike 2. Just caught the outside of the plate. All right, with 2 on, 2 out, count is 1-2 here in the top of the first. Tori Smith pitches on the outside for ball 2. So the screen is filled with deuces, and we're just ready to go. Smith pitches, slows it down a little bit, catches Moorhead off guard, thinking it was going to be faster than that. She was able to confuse her a little bit, so the count stays 2-2. Moorhead steps back into the box. Smith shakes off whatever's signs being shown by Skipper. Chloe Skipper, the catcher. Oh, just a bit high. That looked close. Count now is 3-2. Count is 3-2. 2 outs. Top of the first. Moorhead steps in. And that's strike 3. That ends the inning. So 2 left on. Top of the first. North Carolina not able to plate anything, so the score remains 0-0 with South Carolina coming up to bat. And they will be starting off with Carolina Gainey, Callie Gainey, and Tori Smith will be the first 3 batters. Well, it looks like cloud cover is coming back. The sun was trying to peek out there a little bit. Not quite successful, but it was still warm enough. But with everything going on, I think cloud cover is best for right now. Let the kids not get baked by the sun. But we're going into the bottom of the first. And it'll be Gainey, Gainey, and Smith. Addie Moorhead is the pitcher for North Carolina. Let's get a different shot for her. You can get an idea what it looks like to see what the ball looks like coming straight at you. We use this basically for a secondary cutaway pitch photo, or video. And here comes the ball. So that's basically how the ball looks like coming into these batters. And it can range anywhere between 35 and 60 miles an hour, depending on how fast they plant. Like that one was more like 50, 55. They can slow it down to, off-speed the pitch to kind of fool the batter. You don't want to throw the same thing time and time again because you're trying to get these people out. And by mixing it up a little bit, you try and confuse the batter to get them out. So South Carolina now is going to take the offense to them. And Carolina Gainey, the first baseman for South Carolina, is coming to the plate. All right, Gainey gets into the box. Moorhead delivers, and it is a fast one. She's giving Gainey an idea of what she's up against. So Gainey just watches it go by for ball. It was pretty close. I thought it was a strike, but the umpire thought differently, and since Blue knows what he's doing, he'll let him do it. That was outside. That's ball 2. Gainey has yet to swing. She's getting a feel for what Moorhead does. And Moorhead delivers. There's a pitch back to Moorhead, who tosses gently over to the first baseman, Oakley Herring, for the first out. So if you're writing on your card, that's a 1-3 put out. Callie Gainey is now up. She's number 3. She's playing second base. And it is starting to rain now. So the umpire is continuing with the game. Try and get this thing over with. We might go into a bit of a delay. The ball is hit back to Moorhead, who throws it over to Herring for the second out. Once again, it's a 1-3 put out. So if that's what you're keeping, it's deja vu all over again, said Yogi Berra. Maybe this will cool off everybody for a little bit, but it's not too heavy, but it's enough to make things a little aggravating, a little slippery for the pitcher. Definitely going to be reaching for that rosin bag a couple times now. So even though these balls aren't traveling as fast as baseballs, they still hurt when you get hit by them. And that ball slips away, so that's ball 3. No, ball 2. So 2-0 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. South Carolina is trying to. So Torrey Smith, who's the pitcher for the South Carolina, takes ball 3. Three and 0, 2 outs to Torrey Smith. And the pitch from Moorhead. And Smith was about to take a nice little walk down to first base, but the Blue told her to say no. That's strike 1. So here we go. 3-1 is the count. And the pitch from Moorhead. That's popped up over the first base side and out of play. Up and down quick enough to the point where nobody was able to get to it in time. So now the count is full here in the bottom of the second. Count is 3-2. Score is 0-0. North and South not able to do much yet, and it looks like the rain is letting up. So no sign of them slowing down here. And Smith drives one out to center field. North Carolina center fielder Emmy Rushing takes the ball. And that is it for the South Carolina Bells. It is now 0-0 heading into the top of the second. So North Carolina will be coming to the plate. And Zoe Culberson, Oakley Herring, and Avery Price will be the first 3 batters. Herring is the first baseman, Price is the left fielder, and Culberson is the shortstop. North Carolina is coached by Ashley Price. And the other coaches are Dustin Moorhead and Wes Culberson. And they won their state championship, North Carolina Dixie Softball Bells Championship 2024. And that's why they're here in Prince George County for the 2024 Softball World Series, the Dixie Softball World Series. So Blair Culberson is coming to the plate. So this will be the top of the second. No outs. Okay, so Tori Smith's on the mound waiting for the batter to get settled, and she's going to be delivering here in a second. And drives it over Tori Smith's head into center field for a single. Culberson goes down to first base. And as Tori Smith brought it into the batter, Culberson drove it right over her head. Not close, but close enough. So Smith is asking for timeout, looking for a new ball. A rarity. I haven't seen too many people ask for a new ball. Maybe it's a delaying tactic. Maybe it was just wet from all the rain that just rinsed it through here just a few minutes ago. But Oakley Herring takes a bouncing ball for ball one, and in the meanwhile, Culberson runs to second on the pass ball. Harrington steps back into the box, count 1-0, and then steps back out. And that's hit down to the shortstop. Bounces, takes a nasty bounce while Culberson goes over to third. Herring runs down to first. The shortstop for South Carolina, Emlyn Cooper. The ball took a nasty bounce on her. She was ready to play it and have the ball go into her glove, but then all of a sudden it just went sideways. So now we got 1-3, no outs. North Carolina is threatening to score here in the top of the second. So Avery Price here is at the plate with a count of 1-0. No outs. First and third. And Smith delivers. Avery lays down, tries to lay down a bunt, does not make it, so that's 1-1. Players bouncing all over the place, trying to cover themselves, where the runners are for South Carolina or North Carolina are trying to get scoring, and time is called while we allow a player to move behind the umpire. All right, time's back in, and we have Price waiting on a 1-1 pitch. And that's a bunt, done successfully. Runners out at first. Runners out at first. But Culberson scores, and Herring moves over to third. That was just Yodi asking me if I needed anything, one of the workers here from Prince George County. So Herring now is at third. Nobody else on, is one out. And now Blair Culberson, who plays shortstop, is up to plate, and she is got a ball and no strikes on her. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, top of the second, score 1-0, North Carolina leading South Carolina. And the ball is hit to shortstop. She throws it home, does not make the play correctly. She bounced it to Skipper, Chloe Skipper, the catcher, and now it's 2-0, North Carolina. Herring was able to score on that play while Price was able to while Blair Culberson was able to go to first. Culberson takes off for second as Smith threw a dirt ball down there for ball 1. With 1 out in the top of the second, count is 1-0. Smith delivers. Ball is delivered right back to Smith in the center field. And Blair Culberson scores. And Rush is at second. So Bree Bates is now up to bat with a runner on second. Score 3-0 North Carolina. And it looks like the rain is starting again. So Bree is at the plate, waiting on the first pitch. She drills it into left field. This is a hit fest. Left fielder drops it a little bit, so that allows Price to, Rushing to score. So Rushing is now in. Score 4-0 North Carolina with 1 out. And Bree Bates is now on second. Yeah, the South Carolina left fielder, Emily Lampert, was having a bit of an issue. I don't know if because the ball might be wet, but she did not grasp it properly enough to be able to keep everybody on base. But so that allowed Rushing to score on that play. So now it is 4-1. That last pitch was a strike, so the count is 0-1. So 0-1 to Motley, Jalen Motley. She swings and misses for strike 2. So 1 out, 0-2 the count. North Carolina winning 4-0. And that ball is lightly pushed and caught by the second. And there's a safe. Okay, there we go. So Motley had popped up to the shortstop, who was able to get the ball caught and then threw back to second base. But the Bates was able to get back in time, so that way there was not a double play at that point. But right now there are 2 outs. Motley popped up to number 6 the shortstop, Ellen Cooper, number 1. And now Addie Carpenter is at the plate. So Smith winds and delivers to Carpenter, and she bunts it down the line and goes foul. So that is a foul ball. And it is raining again, yes. And fouled off. That makes the count 1-2. Number 22, Addie Carpenter, stands out of the box. The way the cloud looks right now, doesn't look like it's going to let up anytime soon. So everything is moving like east to west. So we're trying to keep this game tight. And that pitch has slipped out of her hand and dirtballed itself to the catcher. Chloe Skipper is not looking happy right now. All right, we got 2-2 count, 2 outs. Pop up. That's ricocheted off the backstop, so count remains 2-2. All right, Smith got the ball. She's thinking about what she's going to do. She's wiping the ball off, actually, and then delivers it in. Then that's delivered to the shortstop. If she tagged out, all right, hold on a second. The shortstop, Blair Culberson, looked like she had tagged the runner running from second to third and then threw over to first. So she must have missed the tag. So now it's first and third. Bates on third. Carpenter on first. 2 outs. And that ball is taken by second baseman Callie Gainey, and then thrown over to first baseman, her sister, and Carolina Gainey, and that is it. So 4 runs in that inning. So with that, 4-0 going into the bottom of the second inning, South Carolina. Let's see, the Sarah Jennings, Emmeline Cooper, and Jenna Cook will be the first 3 batters in this inning. Oh, the plate is turning to mud. The plate is turning to mud. The umpire's trying to do his best, but all right, Addie Moorhead steps onto the mound. It literally is just the bucket just got dumped. I got water dumping all over the place. Okay, we have Sarah Jennings at the plate. She swings the ball and fouls it off to the left. So that's 0-1. Oh, 1 the count. Bottom of the second. South Carolina down 4-0. And Moorhead delivers the pitch. And fouled off again for strike 2.
Please return all foul balls to the dugout.
Yes, that would be a nice thing. You can't keep these balls when they're fouled off. They have to be returned. They have a limited supply. Oh, 2 the count. Oh, boy, that one got away. And went over everybody's head. So now it's 1-2 the count, no outs here in the bottom of the second. Moorhead wants a new ball. All right, Jennings gets back in. 1-2 is the count against her. Moorhead delivers. And then Jennings pops the ball up to center fielder. It's Emmy Rushing. Emmy Rushing in center field for the first out.
Stepping in now for South Carolina, number 1, Emmeline.
All right, Emmeline Cooper, number 1. The reason why she picked number 1 is because her parents, they're number 1 in her heart, their hearts. So there you go. I don't know if that's true. Don't send any letters. That ball was low in the dirt. 1-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. We have some fans really voicing their opinions back there. I think that one was about 2 years old, 3 years old. But that's another dirt ball for ball 2. And we're just playing ring around the rosy with balls now. It looks like it's letting up a little bit with the rain, but as you can still see, it's raining. And that's a strike. That had Cooper fold, and she was swinging mightily. That was coming inside, and she didn't know it. 2-1 to count to Cooper. That's fouled off, so it evens up the count 2-2. Emmeline Cooper, number 1, playing shortstop for South Carolina. Now remember, in this World Series, every state you see, North Carolina, South Carolina, they all won their states. So this is the southeast region of the United States, from Virginia over to Mississippi, will play. And I believe Mississippi. I make sure I get that right. I don't want to misspeak myself. But Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Prince George, Virginia, Louisiana, and then Amherst, Virginia, and then West Pasco, Florida, are the teams that are participating. So Mississippi's not in it. My apologies to them. But anyway, so all those teams, they are representing their state. So we just like to say thank you for all the time and effort they put into it, and then traveling to here to participate in the 24 Dixie Softball World Series. And that's high. And Cooper, where's she going? That's only ball 3. Cooper had in mind to get on base. She was going to do it any way she could. By hook or crook, she had everybody not fooled running the first base on ball 3. But that's what I love about this game. Anything can happen. Moorhead delivers, and it's foul ball to the right. All right, with count 3-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second, scores 4-0. North Carolina beating South Carolina so far. And Cooper steps back into the box, awaiting the pitch from Moorhead. Here it comes. And she fouls it off again. Thankfully, it bounces off whatever was over there and then bounces back out onto the field. Yeah, this tactic of trading out balls because of the rain is delaying a little bit. So I wouldn't say it's a tactic. Let me rephrase that. The happenstance of having to do this is, and as Cooper calls time, yep, she's back in. So Moorhead takes the pitch and delivers right then. Moorhead grabs the ball that's batted back to her and set to the first baseman, to Oakley Herring. So that was 2 outs now. But the ball was rocketed right back to Moorhead from Cooper's bat. So now Jenna Cook, third baseman for South Carolina, is at the bat. She's number 2, and she's awaiting her first pitch. And that is fouled off to the right. Won the count with 2 outs. Moorhead's about to deliver. That is outside, ball 1. Count is 1-1 now. Moorhead pitches, strike 2. Caught the top end of that strike zone. Moorhead gets back on the rubber and she delivers. Oh, that was a lofty pitch. But tried to slow it down a little bit, but just did not come back down into the strike zone. So that was a 2-2 the count with 2 outs. South Carolina trying to get some runs across right now. And the pitch is low. Ball 3. I don't know if you can hear all that. That's from the fans and the crowd behind me. So they're letting everybody know who they're rooting for. All right, now we got Thunder. That was strike 3. That was a K on Cook. So Jenna Cook goes down looking. And just heard some thunder. So I don't know what the it looks like they're going to continue. The first sign of lightning, I'm sure they'll stop. But thunder just occurred. So top of the third, North Carolina will come to bat with Maddie Perigo, Marissa Kaiser, and Addie Moorhead with more thunder in the background. So we're not sure if they're going to continue or not.
Again, we'd like to thank all the fans, players, coaches, and participants.
Hey, stay hot, man. Let's go, baby. I'll get you up along.
And yeah. And the wind picks up. And the wind goes round and round and round, and the wind blows all around. I don't know if that's the wind that's blowing or thunder. It sounds like there's thunder, but also wind, so it's a hot mess. I think the umpires are now meeting. And not going to do anything about it, so we're going to continue. And as he dusts off the plate, still brown. You think the rain would wash the plate off, but it is not. It's just making it brown. This is a hot mess. Well, the thing is, it's like the majors, I don't mind them playing in the rain because they're getting paid and everything. Nobody's getting paid here. This is all either volunteer or, nobody's getting paid here. But we have Maddie Perigo at the plate. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or Perigo? Could be Perigo, but I would think Perigo. And the rain gets harder. And the pitch from Torrey Smith. You just got a pronunciation, Perigo. So Torrey Smith is still pitching. Not a happy camper. That was a guy that rolled and hit her on the ground. So Perigo is on to first hit by pitch. I think they're going to stop because it's getting worse. That's it. We're going to put this game into pause mode while everybody runs away and tries to get cover. So hopefully nobody gets electrocuted, especially myself, because I have a lot of electronics floating around me. And I'm going to put this on pause, and we will be back.